Going. Here's the special day. We are going to be live streaming you guessed it, Epstein files. Because so much people are talking about it right now, but nobody's actually covering it. I'm going to be covering it, you guys, but I don't want to waste your guys' time just giving a little monologue. Trump was saying recently that people should move on with it. We are not moving on. We are going through file by file. And this is the place that we're going to find some really interesting stuff that I've been searching at. This guy Epstein, man, he had a little dentist office, okay? He had a carpentry room. He had creepy little maintenance rooms. He had people working in water treatment at his place in New York. He had security guards. He had this like 3-story I don't know what you would call it, like a palace lounge in the sky or something like that. We're gonna get into it, you guys. He's got creepy rooms for people to stay, masks on the walls, photos everywhere, millions of dollars in documents, and just you would not believe the stuff that's in here. So I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be doing this here. I'm a little bit of a rookie when it comes to this stuff because for some reason I'm seeing that there's a red dot on my screen. I don't know why. Hopefully the red screen is working. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Like if you guys can see, there's a red dot under my face. But anyways, never mind that. We're just gonna double check some stuff. Everything looks good here. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So anyways, yeah, let's just jump into it, okay? The very first photo, you guys, it says this, New York. Okay, so this is the guy's house, okay? This is the guy's house. And if we go to the second photo, just go by photo. Here is the big, beautiful front door of 7th Street, okay? Here's the nice, big, beautiful door. And this is where a lot of it happened, was right here. You'd walk in and this is what you'd see, okay? And then we go to the third photo. Let's check out the third photo here. Okay, I was not expecting that. It's just more of a skyline view. So we got all these rooms up here, all the way up to the top. Okay, and then we see some sort of statue maybe at the top. And then this is when, should be on the fourth photo, J.E. So we all know what J.E. means, right? That was his name too, his initials. You guys have no idea what we're going to be walking in on. This guy is so powerful, man. It's crazy. Seriously. I mean, it might seem a little bit slow right now, but here it is, number 9. You needed to push a bunch of buttons to variously get in. Just to think too, he owned all these buttons, you know. You never knew if you were pressing number 7, if it was the lounge or the entrance or what, right? And walking up to the front door, they obviously broke in, okay? So we have some break-in marks. We have the knot of a door handle. And obviously they're going to take a few photos because they're going to announce that, you know, they're breaking in, right? So don't ask me how they broke in so easily, because this is barely any damage. This is really barely any damage at all of what they're doing. They open it up, they're showing the damage that they did. Really, it looks like not much of a lock. I mean, it's an old school lock. Really looks like they just shoved in a pry bar and opened the door that way, honestly. Not really much damage at all. And yeah, so are you guys enjoying this? Comment below. We got the live stream rolling here. And this is what you see when you first walk in. This is what you see when you first walk into the Epstein house. Beautiful doors once again, and a creepy corridor. Now this, you guys, when I look at this, the first thing I think of is like, this is like a vampire corridor or something like that. You walk in just to walk in again. I notice there's a door on the right and a door on the left. And you can put down your umbrella. Let's check out the 11th photo. Hope my live stream is working here. I don't know why it's red. And the person who took the photos here was very meticulous. Okay. They're very meticulous. So far, we're 12 photos in, guys. There's another photo of the place, but wait until you see some of this here. Look at this. Look at this door. Here's here's the door from behind. It looks here like we got okay, this is some additional maybe security cameras or something on the outside to look at the outside of the building. I'm not really sure. He really had it all in terms of security. And the first very freaky photo we have here, you guys. Does anybody know who this is on the right? Can you guys believe who this is on the right? I'm going to tell you who this is. This here is a photo of President Kennedy dressed as a woman. This is one of the strongest, most powerful, influential men in the whole planet Earth wearing a woman's dress. That is right, wearing a woman's dress and giving a nice little smile, I guess, for the painter, okay? Some books on the shelf behind him. Now, guys, let's dive into this a little bit further here. Guys, this is only the 15th photo. And here we can see Mr. Kennedy finishing the photo here wearing red, that's red women's high heels. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And to continue on here, here's another photo of what looks to be like 6 high-tech TV monitors for the security guard. A security guard is stationed there at all times, 24/7, day in, day out. Well, I mean, I don't know that for sure, but this is a security. Before you even get in the door, there's a security guard. Okay? So this goes to show, let this reflect. I want this to reflect to the viewer who's watching the video how powerful of a guy this Epstein guy was, because when you go to his house, there's security cameras everywhere, even outside. Okay, we've seen that in one of the photos. We've also seen when you walk up this little hallway, this mudroom, as you would call it. This is a hell of a mudroom, by the way, to have President Kennedy dressed as a woman. Okay. I don't know if this is like a joke that they're just going to get away with it forever or that they can do whatever. It's just a fun little thing for President Kennedy to dress up as a woman. He said he was going to testify with his wife, Hillary, talking about the Epstein files. I wonder if they're going to ask him about this. You know, I wonder if they're going to ask him, why is President Kennedy dressed as a woman with the security guards here? Okay, I see one viewer in the stream. What's up, one viewer? Can you see me? Can you see my webcam here? Because it says a little red mark, so I'm not really sure if you can see me. And then the photographer continues to go in the room, and this is the security guard. This is what he sees. He's got all these photos. Okay, Paul says yes. Okay, thank you, bro. If we look down, we see women's multivitamins. Okay, so maybe the person operating this was a woman. I'm not really sure, but it's interesting enough. So the photos kind of all drawn out like this. It's just one photo after another of slowly exploring the room here, okay? We got various pens on the ground, or on the table rather, a calculator, an old school phone, a nice little suitcase over there at the side. Oh, yeah, that's nothing, Paul. Did I show you photo number? Let me show you photo number 14, Paul. Oh, sorry. Let me show you photo number 14. That's the president, what's his name? Clinton. That's Bill Clinton. That's Hillary Clinton's husband, dressed as a woman with red high heel shoes at the front entrance of Epstein's house. So this is like a joke or something like that. This is like a blurb or something. I know, it's weird. It's so weird, dude. It is so weird. How is nobody talking about this? Like the elites are saying, "Oh, move on," and they're talking about like other stuff, and maybe they say the far left Democrats, they hate the Republicans, the far right Republicans, they hate the Democrats, and then there's this, you know? And then there's the Epstein files. It's crazy. So this is a security guard's office or something. A little bit boring. We're going to continue to draw on through. Oh, yeah. If we look at this photo, guys, and if we zoom in to Epstein's apartment, these are little radios. Those are little radios, okay? Like, so you'd be like, breaker, breaker, 1, 2, the perimeter secure, and the ladies are doing fine on the 3rd floor type thing or whatever. These are radios, dude. Like, this is a serious operation, dude. This is a legit operation. And then here we have. I wish the photos wouldn't come out so big. This is like a little storage room or something like that in the security guard area. We just got various like plumbing and drills type stuff. Nothing too crazy. But then we actually got a top vent there. So they must have just been recently working on it or something. I'm not quite sure. Here's another little security room. But just wait till we start going upstairs. Just wait till we start going upstairs. I know a lot of these photos are a little bit boring. Maybe we'll skip ahead a little bit there. Because there's thousands and thousands of photos. Like, you would not believe the thousands of photos here. But we're going to skip ahead just a little bit for him walking upstairs or something. See, it doesn't take much to change. It doesn't take much to change. This here is when you walk upstairs a little bit. It's like an entrance, and you see a bunch of little candy. You see a bunch of little candy in a bowl there with all the books, and you notice how the books is kind of like in a 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another telephone. There's telephones everywhere in here. There's a red hat over there that's I can't really make it out. It says like, please take this hat, or please take a number. Please take a number. So you can even walk in and take a number. You guys ever go to the hospital or at the DMV or whatever, and you got to push on that thing and take a number? Well, they had that at when you first walk into the Epstein house. Okay. I know, crazy. There's only Paul in here. There's still only one viewer, but whatever. Share me out, Paul. And here we got more photos. We got Marilyn Monroe. We got a couple famous people. We got what maybe looks like Mike Tyson or something with the fist, or Muhammad Ali. Who knows, man? But there's just photos everywhere. This guy had a lot of photos. They have a filing cabinet here, right here. Look at all the Apple products here that he's got in this basket. This is a basket that says Apple. Okay, and he's got iPads, iPhones, whatever you want to name it, you know what I mean? Just in a box like that. Like, this is what I'm trying to say, like how rich these people are, because a lot of people don't understand. Regular everyday folks like us is like, oh wow, a box of iPads, but this is nothing to like multi-billionaires, what they got. And we don't realize that. So anyway, here it is in the closet again. Got a little sweater just in case if he's cold. Fire and Fury. Who wrote that? Who wrote these books? Inside the Trump White House. Fire and Fury. Oh my God, that's a book of the Trump. Fire and Fury inside the White House. That's weird. That's weird. Because when was this photo taken? You know what I mean? Like, was Trump even in the White House when Epstein passed away? Why would that even be in here? So weird, eh? And then we got Prism color, maybe cartridge ink or something like that. That is weird, guys. I never knew that. That is so weird. Okay, photo number 38. Now, here's just randomly a shower. Nice little shower to clean yourself up, I guess, after you, I don't know what, sit in the... So we passed the mud room, okay? We passed the security guard room. And here what looks like, again, here this looks like Clinton. This is like a joke. This is a bathroom joke, okay? Like, you know how you pay an artist $50 to draw you and you look all stupid, like on the streets? So here's Epstein by the looks of it in a cartoon form. And then he looks like he's with Kennedy there. And then if you look behind, if you zoom in, there's people going up to the plane or whatever there with giving a little peace sign or a number one, or giving a finger, like a number one finger. And these they're getting on a plane here, but this is in a bathroom. This is in a bathroom. So that's freaky. Okay, and then here we go. Here's some files. If we look down, we see miscellaneous. And we see at the bottom of the shelf, it says L. Bruce or something, and then 71st. I don't know what that means, 71st. I don't even know where this is. It's like a little closet, but really the person who took the photos did like a pretty damn good job of taking photos. But we have to work at the same time. What is Zorro? What the heck is Zorro? You know what I mean? And look at all these old, look at to the left here. Look at all these old photos, but they're kind of like hanging on by like some sort of metal thing. Like, why would somebody do that? Does that mean it was an old painting? Does that mean like it was like an old filter or something? I don't know. Let's look at photo number 42. Wow, 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 wow. Look at the beauty of this door when you walk down the corridor. Can you see this, Paul? Are you checking me out? Are you still paying attention, bro? And dude, when you zoom in down there, what does that look like? What does that look like down there? Yeah, Paul. Okay, good. Paul, you're still with us, bro. Thank you, bro. You know, it looks like those are little red baby sculptures down there, dude. Baby little sculptures down there. Now, that might sound too good to be like true because in the sense of like this whole Epstein terrible, there's stuff with, there's really a lot of nasty stuff in here, dude. What the hell? Yeah, I know. Look at the gold. Look at the gold trim, which kind of reminds you of Trump, right? With the gold trim everywhere. But oh man, there's angels in here. There's demons in here. There's the younger generation. There's the older generation. There's all kinds of creepy things in here. There's beautiful mahogany at the same time. I'm just gonna stop the stream for a sec right here, chat. When I look at through these photos, dude, honestly, you know, my first impression is, you guys, I think this guy is like some sort of like 1,000-year-old vampire, dude. Like this is like what a 1,000-year-old vampire would do. Like nauseating when you think of what went on. Yeah, says Paul. Paul, we still don't even know what went on. People aren't even documenting this. Like people are like the year of 2026, people are so tired that they don't even want to check for themselves. Like this is how dusted we are as a civilization. So anyways, let's continue on with the stream. I think we're at like photo number 42 or something. Oh no, we'll go to photo number 44. Okay, we're already at photo number 44. Sorry about that. Photo number 45 too, yeah. I just realized when people talk, it kind of interrupts my pressing on number 46 and stuff. Here's a nice little bathroom. There's another little creepy area of the bathroom. Looks like a clean toilet though. Everything looks new too. Everything looks pretty damn new. Here's the bust again. See, look, this is a younger type of face right here. This is a young person bust, as they would say. And this photo actually on the top right, it actually looks like one of his places. It looks like kind of like the layout of his house in a way. And this is a very fancy vanity. The plumbing is made with the legs. That's the same type as the system or whatever. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, and this is also part of the bathroom. There's a telephone in the bathroom. Okay, and there's something, yeah. And there's a little place to sit down. And it only gets creepier from here. Okay, Corvette. Yeah, he likes fancy cars. Okay, let's go to the second one. This is where it gets interesting, guys. We just went into the house, past the security guard, up the stairs. We had the little talking room. Now we just passed the bathroom. And now we're about to get to like the meat of the house, I guess you would say. There's an elevator right there. That's an elevator. This guy's house is only 3 stories and he has an elevator in New York. And by the way, this guy's a math teacher. How do you afford a house like this on a math teacher salary? Whoa, this is what we got, dude. Look at this, dude. This is what I was talking about with the baby that's curled up in a little ball, dude. He's got 2 little babies curled up in a ball right here. And if you zoom in, dude, he's got a photo of what looks to be either, you know, I don't even have to really complete the sentence. I don't want to get some sort of strike here. But we got our first blacked out photo. Okay. And look at the gold. This is old style looking gold, dude. This is old style looking gold, man. And look at that hallway. Like, why would you have these creepy little babies curled up on the floor like that, dude? Okay, now here is the staircase. So this is a big house, dude. If you guys seen at the beginning of this live stream, it looked like a small house, dude. What a mix of styles. Yeah, really, styles, yeah. And then we got the chess pieces here. We got lots of just weird looking art. We got a funny little face on the right, a funny little face on the left. I guess that looks like a man and a woman. We got a cow. We got a cow sculpture. We got chess pieces. So this is very trying to look tasteful. And if you can see here, we have a rope and it looks like feet, okay? And if we look here, we can see clouds, painting of clouds. The walls have been painted to look like, well, let's find out. Will they go up the stairs or will the stupid photographer take 50 more photos? They have a little staircase. Look, dude, there's a chair on the right. What does that mean, a chair on the right? There's only 5-6 steps. Why is there a chair there on the right? Okay, there's a chair there on the right for very, very, very old people who cannot handle walking up and down the stairs. Okay, that's what's up with that. That's what's up with that. I think maybe I should turn the light on in my bedroom here. It looks like it's kind of dark here in my little circle here. I suppose you guys don't really care though. Oh yeah, see, so this is the different angle of what it would be. Oh, look at that creepy guy. Look at that creepy face on the painting. Oh man, that's creepy. Look at the beautiful, beautiful details though of all that stuff. And you can see how they put number D to symbolize, okay, this room is number D. We're going to take a bunch of photos and videos and all that kind of stuff of every little thing in here. And to be honest, this here kind of looks like the White House. You see how the gold leaf kind of represents maybe what the White House would be or whatever? Okay, guys, I'm going to turn the light on in my bedroom, okay, because it's making me all staticky looking. Yeah. To me, at this point, there's almost no question that there's people that's messing around with like immortality in my stream. You know what I mean? Not in my stream, like on this thing here. Oh, dude, and remember I said those creepy heads of the men and the women? They're actually lights. They're actually lights. So that's creepy. Let's check out photo number 57. This is what I was talking to you about. Before you even walk up the stairs in Jeffrey Epstein's New York mansion, there's what looks like to be, I guess, an angel, but she has some sort, she's wearing like a wedding dress. You can see how the veil is over her hair. You can see that basically, I don't know how they made this super glue, I guess. I mean, because the woman is only hanging onto the rope. And I mean, I don't know how they even managed to pull this off. Basically, they had to pay someone a pretty damn good amount of money. Just even for that. I mean, your basic carpenter probably cannot figure that out, dude. I mean, I don't know. For real. This is not a basic, call Ricky down the road and staple a few ropes to the ceiling there. Paul says this is weird. Oh, dude. We've only just scratched the surface, bro. We've only just scratched the surface. So let's continue on. Let's look at photo number 56. We're already there. Sorry. Okay, photo number 57 is the woman again. Photo number 58. Okay, so the cameraman has decided to basically return back to that little bathroom area. And if we can look here, we can see a statue of a young boy sitting there. And we can see a zebra that has his neck ripped open and is revealing like the earth or something like that. I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah, well, okay, the photo is a little bit better here now. We have a second bathroom, a much nicer bathroom. It looks like a clock. Maybe it tells the humidity in the bathroom or something like that. There's more gold. There's more candles. Everything about Epstein's house here has to do with people. People, and life. Okay? We got zebras. We got bugs. We got whatever the hell this is. Right? Like, look at this. This is old. This is an old, maybe bronze statue, I want to say. This is what I would say harkens to maybe a very poverty type time period. The clothing that the person here is wearing does look as though it's like a sleeping outfit slash, like, I don't know, like almost like a baseball hat or something, almost like they got abducted from a baseball game or something, and they're sitting there smiling. I don't know. Very, very creepy, though. Very, very creepy, you guys. If we look at the floor at the bottom here, you can see this room here is not as beautifully maintained as the other rooms. This is a very much older room, and it really does give that vampire vibe. Like, it gives, like, this is like vampire stuff, dude. And oh my God, out of nowhere, we got a gigantic monkey above the toilet. How do you feel about using the bathroom in Jeffrey Epstein's house when there's a gigantic monkey above your head, bro? Like, seriously. Like, we just walked into Epstein's house. There's like 6 bathrooms already. But, you know, they're little powder rooms. They're rooms to put on makeup and shit, you know? Okay, we got another statue here of a man and a woman reading a book with a clock, a gigantic clock. This is probably, I don't know, dude. This is probably worth like 10 grand or something just like that. Like, this is like richness like you wouldn't believe. Like, this is all pure vampire vibes, dude. Like, what does this kid look like he's still sitting there excited for? Oh yeah, we go back to the beautiful mahogany room. Guys, you guys are not going to believe what this room is. I did look at some of the photos earlier to prepare the live stream. Here we got, looks like Darwin or something on the wall, dude. Or some sort of thinking philosopher or something like that. We got a dinner plate next to the painting that gives off the time, I guess. This dude is obsessed with time, people, exotic luxury shit. We got a gong thing on the right that you would smack it and go gong. And if you notice here, why would you have a table like this? You have an old table with roses, which kind of makes me think, I don't even know what to think, honestly. It's a very feminine thing to put pink roses on the thing. And these are fresh flowers. Look at the flowers. They're fresh, dude. Now, if we look at, remember the Donald Trump books in the storage room? That had to be after 2019. Like, they had they're not really saying when the officials come in here to take photos, but these are new flowers, dude. Like, is there water in those flowers? And another bust. Oh my God. Can you guys see that on the left? We have another bust of a younger person there. Oh my God, dude. It just never ends, dude. And this is a place where people presumably go to sit down and eat some food. This is where people go to eat stuff. And look, guys, look, another telephone. There's phones everywhere in here. There's phones everywhere. And this here on the table, I don't know, maybe looks like a tape measure and some towels. I don't know. I can't really figure it out. If someone never made the table properly. But that's freaky. Like, after all the security guards, this is a different angle. We got scissors. We got a gong. I'm assuming you would smash the gong when you want food, right? Like, phones in bathrooms everywhere. Yeah. And okay, so let's check out if we zoom in here, there's something written down here. Something here written on the chalkboard. Looks like schematics of maybe a room. We see a bunch of tiny squares, bigger squares, smaller squares. Not really sure. We got this strange little lever here on the right. Like, what? Like this creepy metal, I don't know, lever. And then finally, we got some old style looking floors. This house looks like it was built in like 1650, like for real, dude. Like, this is like just, oh yeah, you guys too. Here's more of that bust or whatever from the back. That's how the bust looks from the back. So obviously this person has a ponytail or something. And if we look here, you guys, look at all these photos. Look at all these photos that they, oh my God, when I zoom in, it kind of makes it kind of staticky. But dude, to be honest with you, man, like if look at the gong, okay? And then look at the first photo to the right. There's a man wearing a big white dress, and on the left, there's another, it looks like a pope, okay? There's a lot of photos here, but unfortunately, whenever I go to zoom in, they're all completely staticky. Like, what a stupid thing. I don't know why that is there, but, well, I'll never be able to extrapolate the hardcore photos without proper software or whatever. But usually it shows pretty good. Like, look at all those photos on the table right there. All right. So, anyways, let's continue on. Photo number 69. Here's a beautiful room right here. This is when you go to leave the kitchen or whatever we were just in, if you want to call it a kitchen. So this is where the maids would prepare the dinner plates. In dim lighting, be even creepier. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You see how the circle on the door here. You guys know what that represents, right? That represents like a maid would be watching people sit down. And when they ring the gong, you could look through the hole to see if the food was being cooked or vice versa, or they could see through the hole to when they're going to get served type thing. And then we got some, like a various kind of coffee station. So you see G, and then he opens the door, right? And then there's another food place, I guess. I don't know. Here is just another, I guess when you walk in, this would be like so basically, let's put it like this. This guy, Jeffrey Epstein, dude, he has like 50 kitchens, okay? He doesn't have like 3 kitchens or 1 kitchen. Oh, he's a billionaire. This guy, he has like 10 mansions like this with like 5 kitchens each. You know, this guy, so this is the kind of richness we're talking about here. We're not talking about guys who, you know, work at Walmart for minimum wage here, okay, and can barely afford a quarter of this kitchen to live in, you know, let alone what he got, you know. So this is crazy, dude. This is really, really something. But we'll see if we can skip ahead. This is where they would cook all the meals for that creepy cougar kind of bedroom. We got some fresh looking cookies on the table, dude. Like, are you for real? We got a telephone again, glasses. This is a chef kind of kitchen here. You can tell by the way that the cooking instruments is that this isn't your regular Jimmy who cooks you an omelet there at the 24-hour truck stop. Well, actually, this kind of is what it looks like, actually, in a way. But this is like this is a kitchen. I don't know that you would basically. This would be like when you would first meet a lady. When you would first meet a lady, you would talk to her in that creepy cougar room, get to know her, see what her intentions are, and then if you want to, and if they pass the test, whatever that means, then they would go deeper into the house. That's exactly what this is, dude. Because we're only 75 photos in, dude, and there's like tens of thousands of photos in here. Here's another hallway. Oh, dude, this is creepy. This is like the first one too. Like, is this seriously an elevator? Like, they have a locked up room here, okay? They have a locked up room behind the kitchen with a fan and a chair. Now, what do you think goes on there? Like, what do you think would go on in a locked door? This is something that people could lock the door and like watch you from the locked outside position. They would watch two people in there locked up, you know, and they can't leave unless or until whatever time, right? At least that's my thing. This is not an elevator, dude. Unless you're such an old, weak like vampire that you can't even stand up for like 10 seconds without sitting down having a fan on your face. Like we seen at the staircase, there was a chair like 5 steps up. Like what kind of 150-year-old people are you harboring that can't even walk up 2-3 steps without having to sit down and have a fan on your face? But here we have another creepy locked in door. in a billionaire's house, by the way. Oh yeah, here we have Epstein with a buddy here, just on the floor, just photos on the floor, more or less. And then we have our first blacked out photo of some sort of woman drinking wine, by the looks of it. Oh, actually, no. This is not a woman. This is a younger person for sure. Oof. And here we have Epstein there with a nice 12 by 12 photo or something there. This is big photos, dude. These are not small photos, dude. Like these are not small photos. But they say that they want to protect the identity of the victims, and they say they want to protect the identity of whoever and stuff like that. But why are they not protecting the identity of this guy? Who's that guy? Who's Epstein hanging out with right there? You know what I mean? So here we go to room H. I can only imagine. Here we have a smaller kitchen again. There's literally, like, here I guess would be like a pantry or something. This is where you put all the food for the chefs to cook it. Ugly flooring, but they don't care. Here's like a cleaning procedure on the wall. Some vents, some bags of rice or something. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this coat rack here. Guys, there's another thing too that I want to mention to you guys. Look at they got 3 little shoe spots up here. Look at all the coats here. You think this was Epstein or something like that only had 1 or 2 coats or whatever? This is like probably like 20 employees in here or something like that. It's like a full-time gig, man. Look at all these jackets. Look at all these shoes. Look at how clean the shoes are too, guys. Look at how clean the shoes are. Not a speck of mud on them. My shoes are dirty. I'm a 32-year-old man. I work hard for what I do, and I walk places, and I live a regular tough life. Look at these people's lives, bro. Look at the floor. Look at the carpentry done on the floor. How beautiful it looks. Look at the shoes. Look at these brand new shoes. Every single pair of shoes in this effing house has not one speckle of mud in it. They're probably not even allowed to leave. Look at how clean it looks, but yet they're furry shoes. And then, of course, you go hop on your private jet, right? So, guys, these guys are, I think in the year of 2026, you guys, I really think the millionaires are going for immortality there. They want to live forever. That's what they want. Look at the mahogany in here. From outside, it didn't look like there was all these rooms inside. Yeah, I guess it goes deeply far back. Because, dude, this is nothing, dude. Like, this house is big, dude. There's like, look at all these jackets. Look at these big jackets. Is it that cold in New York? You need big, thick jackets like this? And not one of them has a speck of dirt on them. Well, because they don't do labor. They don't work. They just pay their way out of everything. They don't have to work out anything. No, because these guys don't work, man. Towels, jackets. Still no dirty jackets. I never really realized how clean it was. Okay, now the photographer finally decides, okay, well, I had enough going on the first floor. And they say, okay, now it's time to go upstairs, right? So let's go to photo number 91 or something like that. Ground floor. So this is just walking upstairs. There's some fire extinguishers. Oh, the fire extinguishers are dated. They have not been inspected since 2018. Now, we don't know when these photos were taken, but we know that the fire extinguisher was only serviced on 2018, right? Because they're supposed to be done every year for insurance purposes, right? So this looks like this is like the poor people staircase. What happened from the nice people staircase to the poor people staircase? See, this is what happens when you walk up the rich people staircase. And then I guess the cameraman decided to go to the poor people staircase or something. I don't know. I don't know what made. I guess he wanted to film them both. See, here's the poor people staircase. This is where you go if you're like a servant. See, back in the day when you had servants, the servants had to use the servant staircase and the rich people had to use the rich people staircase. I was going to say, if this is another toilet, man, I'm going to lose it. If this is another toilet thing, I'm going to lose it. Okay, now. There's just some black African dancer. Of course, you know what I mean. African dancer. More photos again, more photos again. I don't want to see the ugly staircase, dude. I want to see the rich people stuff. Okay, it's just showing me the ugly staircases. All right, let's see. Photo number 3. See, like, why am I showing this stuff, but only like 2 people are in here? The only person in here is Paul. And I'm showing the Epstein files, you know what I mean? The most controversial thing on planet Earth, and there's only one person in here, and it's Paul. So shout out to you, Paul, for actually watching this video. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being suppressed or something, but that's why shadow banning exists, bro. Because you think there'd be like 100 people in here, but I guess not. I guess nobody cares about Jeffrey Epstein, I guess. Who cares? We have another bathroom. Paul says, interesting to you. Well, it should be interesting to everyone. I mean, it's the talk of the town. Everybody talks about this religiously. Speaking about religion, here we got Jesus in the bathroom. Again, we have another bathroom. 25 bathrooms in here. If I have to look at another bathroom, man, I'm going to lose it. Oh, yeah, another kitchen upstairs. And if we look here, the oven looks brand new to the left. So I'm assuming that the ladies would stay up here willingly or whatever. I don't know. I guess it's weird. I mean to word it like, what I'm trying to say is downstairs there's a kitchen. They would say what their intentions are, cook, ring the gong, that big gong thing, and then they would eat their food, and then they would come up here, and there would be more food up here for them. But, of course, they didn't really do much cooking because, look, this is all brand new ovens, dude. Brand spanking new oven. And the microwave looked good, too. And they even has a little trolley. Oh, yeah, here's another place to sit down. Here's a creepy place to sit down there with this gigantic thing or whatever. Yeah, they just have this big awning in here, like nothing, like... Yeah, they got... Why would there be a big cover in here? You know what I mean? Like, it's already... There's no windows in this bedroom, by the looks of it. But this is like outdoor furniture. So I guess they put the outdoor furniture in the house because I guess maybe it was on the roof at one point, but it become winter time, so they had to put it downstairs or something. I don't know. This is the ceiling. Look at the beautiful house they got, and they got a big ceiling like that. And, you know, this is what we're looking at here. You know what I mean? It's like, why work minimum wage when people live like this, dude? Finally, starts to get a little bit more interesting. This is where we go to the more, you're only allowed in here if you're a true friend type thing. Right? The designer should have been fired. See how we see the piano in here? Remember how I mentioned earlier in the stream there was a bathroom that had 3 photos in the bathroom, and the bathroom photos represented the rest of his house looked like, because here's the piano. And he's got a bunch of masks. We got some African culture in here. He's really got just everything and everything you can imagine there. I mean, it just... Look at the ceilings. Look at the ceilings. This guy doesn't have $50, you know? This is not a guy you ask for like $25 for. You know, hey, buddy, can I have $25? I'll pay you back in a week or two. You know what I mean? Yeah. I should have just maybe just download like 1,000 photos and I could just quickly blast through it. Oh my God, another toilet. I can't look at another toilet, bro. I mean, I'm going to end the live stream soon if I have to look at another bathroom, dude. Okay, so we finally walked upstairs with the beautiful, the lady hanging from the ropes or whatever, and the clouds in the sky, okay? And now we're in the hallway upstairs on what would be the 2nd floor. And keep in mind, there's 3 floors in this house. Okay. This is crazy. See, yeah, there's the lady that's hanging down there. Remember when we showed that earlier? And look at the beautiful flooring in here. Oh my God, dude. You can tell where they spent money in all the places that mattered, and they didn't really bother to renovate the closets and all that. They just wanted to renovate the main thing there. Look at the ceilings when you walk in. I was gonna ask how much floors. Yeah, I think there's three. Three plus a flat roof. Yeah. We have more of those creepy little chairs. We got some books. He had a lot of books too. Look, we can see Trump. Trump next to the vase. And then we got Titan on the right. I mean, he knew Trump. But hey, he knew Kennedy too. Or Clinton, I should say, sorry. You know. But all I can say is that he had Trump books and Kennedy paintings, right? Clinton paintings, sorry. Clinton, Bill Clinton, right? Or whatever. The guy who cheated on Hillary. More books. They took photos of his books. It's weird, dude. Look at this hall. Oh my God, another bathroom. Another bathroom. And a telephone in the bathroom. There's a telephone again over there. This guy had access to the internet at all times. This guy was, imagine how paranoid of a guy you have to have like a telephone in every room. Plus, remember I showed you he had an entire, like a plastic box of iPhones and iPads. He's got a soldier with a scythe or something over there. He's got a naked woman against the wall. Oh, another bathroom. Oh my God. What kind of photo is this over here on the right? Oh my God, another younger person of a photo. Creepy, creepy. Oh, and look at that. There's a big foot. If you see, there's a photo of a younger person right there. And then if you look on the right, there's a gigantic foot. You see that big foot right there? And the toothbrush, there's only one toothbrush in here. So when they come in here to take a photo in the year, which is recently, I guess, I'm assuming they released the photos. I'm assuming they don't really say when the photographer took the photo, and they just say when they released it. But there's one toothbrush in here, bro. Oh yeah, and if we look at the Crest mouthwash, the bottle looks almost full, so maybe there was nobody living in there too. You know, if it was like half full, then you would think that there's somebody in there. But oh yeah, and the bust on the left, that must be the death angel. That must be maybe Satan or something like that. If we look at the bust of this angel, we can see that the angel is like holding a scythe. Okay, so that represents labor, right? And then he's holding the clock, right? But it also kind of looks like a shield in a way. And then he's got wings. He's an angel, right? But if we look at the bottom, we also see like we see a time glass at the bottom of the guy's left foot on the bust is time. And then we see a clock. So this guy is maybe like the angel of death, or he's some sort of warrior that's fighting time or fighting death or something like that. And then on the very right, we see a younger child curled up in a ball. Maybe he's been drained or something like that. We've seen sculptures of babies curled up in a ball in Epstein's house right here. Now we're seeing this baby looks like he's in a sleeping position or something like that. I don't know, dude. I'm starting to wonder if there's like vampire stuff in here, man. I'm starting to wonder, dude. Like, I know it's a conspiracy because they say that vampires really don't exist or whatever. But am I 18 years or older, says the U.S. Department of Justice. Yes, I am. Oh, my God. What is this? Paul, what is this? We got two photos of two younger gentlemen looking at themselves. Oh, my God, please don't. Oh, my God. Why do we have another toilet? Thank you for verifying your age. Oh my God, here we go. Oh, I think my phone is gonna screw up now. That's creepy. Even the U.S. Department of Justice asked me what my age was. Here we got a photo of Einstein. Okay. Oh my God, dude. And these are just photos, dude. Exactly, Paul, exactly. And here's another angle. We got across from the bathroom, we have maybe some old style paintings. Now, this painting on the right here, dude, that's not worth $50. You know what I mean? That's probably an expensive painting on the right. And here we got another part of the elevator. Now, remember, Paul, I showed you the other elevator with the gate and the chair and the fan. Here we're seeing an elevator that looks different. So is there two staircases? One is for the poor, weak maids, or I don't always say weak, but like the poor maids is what I meant to say, like the lower class workers. The other staircase was for the very rich, prominent people. And then we had a poor kind of, I guess you would say, like a maid elevator. And then we got a rich person's elevator or something. Yeah, exactly, Paul. So let's keep looking at some photos. Like I don't even really know where to begin with all this. I don't even really know where to begin at. So you can see why a lot of people had to deal with this guy. Now, when I show you a photo of this with the battleship bust and the fancy lights and whatever's in that bowl down there, who knows what's in that little bowl, probably some little candies or something. Does this look like a guy who would take his own life in a jail cell? Because they're saying that he unalived himself with a towel or whatever, right? Does this look like look at that little office thing on the right? Look at that thing on the right, dude. Look at that. Look at that gold thing. Look at that thing on the right, dude. I would love to own that. I would put my Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there. I would put my Magic cards in there. I put some of my hockey cards in there. My little Pokemon cards. Oh my god. Man, this guy, like, we really don't understand how rich some people are here. And this guy is probably considered a bum. Oh my god, guys, let's zoom in here. We got some photos in here. Oh my god, dude. Look at the first photo we have here on the right. We got what looks to be like a man laying on top of a woman, maybe. We got some cigarettes in an ashtray. We got some anyway, I really don't know how to explain it, dude. Look at how clean the table is. He had maids. Look at Epstein in the red. Look at Epstein in the red photo here. There's a photo that's blocked out that's really tiny. Look at the tiny photo next to Epstein's head. You know, it was not a bodybuilder strongman that's face is pressed up against Epstein and blacked out. Like, obviously, this is a younger generation thing. Crazy. What could be a family? It could be a family member of his. You know, you don't know. Of course, it's blacked out. Here's another photo. Oh, yeah. Remember how you said it would look creepy if it was dark, Paul? Well, here's how it looks dark. This is what it is when you walk into his office, okay? Once you walked into the mudroom and you passed the security guard and you passed the brief little talking room and you passed the little powder bathroom and you went up the fancy staircase with the woman hanging on the wall who got blue sky heaven around her, and you walked around this little corridor and you walked into his office and you see all these photos everywhere. This is his one of his main offices there. We got these gigantic eggs on the left and right, okay? We got photos everywhere, photos of all the people he's dealt with over the years and met and introduced and whatever. This guy was a math teacher, Paul. Can you imagine that? On a math teacher salary, okay? This guy is a little bit above the pay grade of a math teacher here. You know, let's be honest. If you're a math teacher in New York City, you have trouble living in a 1,000 square foot, or not even 1,000. You have trouble living in a 750 foot studio as a math teacher in New York City. I mean, come on. Little baby statues everywhere, photos of everywhere of the ultra wealthy. Look at all the people he's hanging around with. This guy was not afraid to be like offed by his enemies. I think he had friends on both sides, every side, any side. Everybody loved him. But eventually something took place. Eventually, I think both parties turned on him, dude. Yeah, I think both parties turned on him. I really do. Look, he's got a bust of a lion. He has a lion over there. Can you imagine walking to this dude's house? He has a stuffed lion, bro. A young lion, too. It's not even an old lion. Look at the old, weak lion. That's that effing lion on the left. Or a tiger, I should say. Yeah, it was a tiger, actually. Now, the only person I'm showing this to is Paul. Who cares? Yeah, Paul's the only person in the stream. Oh, there's two people in the stream. Okay, we have more photos of Epstein here. Yeah, I know. He has a stuffed dog. Is that a real dog or is that a fake dog, dude? That dog looks like it's alive, bro. 709, what's up, bro? Uh, this is a dog at Epstein's place, man. And another fire extinguisher. This guy was paranoid of little fires, eh? Yeah, dude, he's got photos everywhere. 709, do me a favor and share me out, bro, or something. Share me to a buddy or something, anyone, really. Look at all the, yeah, fireplace, Paul, yeah. Well, this is the opposite side of his office. We're still in his office here. His office, dude, is like bigger than people's houses, dude. And that was the last photo for that file. This is dataset file 1. Maybe we should skip ahead a little bit or something. Yeah. So that's how you walk in when you walk into Epstein's office there. Damn. So this guy really, what do you even talk about with a guy who's this rich? You're like, so Epstein, you watch any good shows lately, like on the History Channel, Discovery Channel? You like watching like Animal Planet with cougars or something like that? And he would just probably be like, well, I've been to Africa 55 times this year, actually. I've spoken with 3 of the African kings, and I've actually pet cougars, and I actually have 2 or 3 on my island. And like, it's just like, this guy is like beyond wealth, dude. Like, this guy is like probably honestly, dude, he's probably as rich, if not richer, than the royal family of the UK. Like, this guy was maybe more powerful than what other people would allow him to be, dude. You would feel so out of place. Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, this guy, dude, when you start looking at these files, dude, of this guy, and I'm not propping him up and promoting him because I know a lot of dumb people in the comments, if things get out of control, they'll say, oh, don't compliment him or whatever, which I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, we don't realize how successful and how rich and how powerful this dude really was. You know what I mean? He's got a phone in every room. He's got boxes of phones. He's got hundreds of toilets. He's got dozens of mansions. There's a photo of a woman right there on a shitty little staircase right there. It's just photos of women everywhere, photos of children everywhere. And this is the maid section. We don't realize it because we're so busy living our lives. There's another naked painting of someone on a construction site and a statue pointed towards them, some sort of China statue now. I didn't even remember looking at that photo. Endless cash. Yeah, endless cash, endless power. Yeah. This is what we don't realize too. And I don't mean to say it like that to bash us or to put us down or whatever, but people that's this rich go for immortality. There's another naked person on the left over here. Sorry if you can hear music in the background there. Let's see if I can get this to keep going. Chinese warrior. Oh, dude, is this the medical dentist room or something? Dude, this guy I think this guy had like disguises, bro. This guy had like a disguise room. Okay, this looks like a medical room. Oh my God. This is the massage room. The massage room, Paul. This is where you go to lie down, and there's even a telephone in here. Oh my God, we got a naked person on the wall. We got a little chair for 2 massage people to sit down if the other one gets tired of massaging. We got music. We got a towel. We got all sorts of various creams. Looks like we got another ashtray down there or something. I don't know. Is there an ashtray next to the phone? I think there is. This guy was like big on smoking, man. This guy was a big smoker, dude. So we got the massage room. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's more naked people here. There's more naked people over there. Imagine having a black light in this place. There, I don't know what that. There's a weird looking lamp over there. That's like a white lamp or something. Yeah. And if we can see the photo, it looks like it would maybe minorly damage the photo. I don't know why they would block out the naked people, like like the paintings. You know what I mean? Like it's just a paint. Oh, the painting might be an actual person. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I mean, I don't know. Oh my God! Whoa! Whoa! Look at this. There's another massage room there. Oh my God! Look at all the glasses on the table. Okay. So there's a naked lady surrounded by paintings. Wow, dude. He paid a pretty penny for that, dude. That was not. That was not. Look at all the glasses there. They're probably all his glasses there, and the massage oil and everything. Oh, look, and there's a little shower to the left, dude. After your massage and getting all these oils and creams on your body, you can shower off in the left in the blue marble mahogany room, bro. Look at this girl lying down there, and she shows her back muscles, and she's got that. I guess you would say like a youthful back or something like that. I don't really know what terminology to use, but these are definitely some younger ladies. I mean, wow. This is unimaginable, says Paul. Man, this is only him. Like I don't mean just only him, but how many people are like him that we don't know about? You know what I mean? How many people are like this that we don't know about? Probably under 100, but still like, or under 1,000, I would say. But there could be like 1,000 Epsteins out there that have houses like this. You know, this is just one of his houses in New York City. There could be 10 houses like this in New York City for all we know. That's crazy. Okay, we just got a different angle. Nothing too crazy there. Yeah, this is what I'll talk about, showering off. After you get all these creams on you. Man, look at that. Look at that black, eh? Black Italian marble, eh? And he even did the crown molding as the Italian marble or whatever, man. Dude, that's crazy. Look at the sweater he got on. Imagine taking a shower and then you put on this kingly looking robe, dude. That's symbols. The symbols of the healing. Symbols of healing. That could be a book. Definitely not what I thought the inside of that place looked like. Yeah, says Paul. Yeah. I mean, I guess I imagined it to look like that, dude. If I'm being honest with you. There, he's got the shower head. Notice how the shower head, too, you can unplug it, right? You know, you can unplug the shower. Pricey, says Paul. Yeah. Okay, then we walk down the hallway. We got more photos of people that's naked. Start jumping a few photos here because my arm's getting sore pressing all the buttons. Now we have a makeup room or a powder room. So really, this is like a powder room I would describe for after you've gotten your massage, after you're taking your shower, whatever, the whole 9 yards. Then you sit here and they put makeup on you, right? Because you gotta look cute before you go back into the smelly New York pollution, right? Before you get on your private jet, right? I mean, obviously. Oh my God, this is a powder room. This is where you just go to powder your nose, dude. What's those little crown molding things? There's like crown molding things of like angel wings or something like that. Huh. Photo number R. See some sort of creepy trash bag. I don't know what's in there. What is that? I guess it's like a maid room or something like that. I'm not really sure. Oh, there's like a plastic thing there. Maybe, oh, it's these like coat hangers or something with some plastic on coat hangers. Maybe there's like some sort of reparations going on or something. The ceiling light. Something weird here. Okay, there's a bath, but maybe they were doing some sort of reparations. Anyways, the person goes back to the far end, I guess, of the powder room. Oh my god, again a toilet. Is that a toilet? And another phone. Man, this is crazy, dude. And I've been around people who use the phone while they're in the bathroom, and I just hang up on them, dude. I'm like, I'm not talking to you if you're on the phone. If you're in the bathroom, you know what I mean? Some sort of construction job here. So the construction workers probably got paid extra to keep their mouth shut. Okay, let's go to photo number 200, and then maybe we will call it a stream. Okay, it was a bidet. Okay, that's what it is. Didn't really realize that. Look, we got a little crown hat. We got a little crown hat here. More creepy looking clothes. These look like, I don't know what kind of shoes you would describe these, I guess. These are just different culture shoes. Oh man, let's just jump to photo number 5. We'll do like a first photo, a middle photo, and then like a last photo or something. Okay, another crazy hallway with another bathroom. Photo number, oh my god, there's Epstein with a younger generation person. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. What the heck is this, dude? This is the vampire stuff I was telling you about, Paul. Man, look at the look in his eyes too, eh? You know? Pale little hands, dude. Creepy. It's either his nephew or someone he drained or something, you know? Dirty floors. More shoes. Just shoes everywhere, dude. Like, can you imagine knocking on his door? Can you imagine knocking on this guy's door and you're like, yeah, hey, Epstein, I was here last week, dude. I forgot like 3 pairs of shoes in your house. Can I go get them? Can I go get your shoes real quick? You know, and there's like 2 security guards at the front door. Like, whoa, which closet were your shoes in, bro? Like, the one like 4 stories up and to the left. It's not the 3rd bathroom. It's the 4th bathroom. You know, it's like, holy jeez. This place is like I don't know, like a mini, almost like a kingdom or something like that. Like the size of this place, dude. Another closet. And guys, keep in mind for the viewer Paul in the stream, we've seen like 0 bedrooms so far, dude. Ooh, look at the stains on the floor there. Ooh, that's not a good sign, bro. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign, bro. Maybe I should. Oh, we gotta check out what these stains on the floor is, dude. Do you think those are like blood stains or something? Why is there shoes everywhere, but nobody's shoes are dirty? Oh my god. Uh-oh. Well, so it's an old carpet floor, eh? It's an old carpet floor. Hopefully there wasn't any vampire activities down there. Oh my god, this guy has a full-out gym? My god, dude. More shoes again. Everlast shoes. That's fighting shoes. Okay, so this guy had like a little Pilates gym there. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a way that rich people, they want a massage, and then after that they want to work out and shower, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Oh my god, those books look old. Probably just like cigar boxes or something. What the heck? Oh my god, is that like a whip? Oh, that must be a thing to play with cats and dogs there. Like a string with a little toy on it or something. See, this would be like what I would call like apartment number 2 or something like that. See, this is where the workers would stay. Yeah, this is where the workers would stay. Ooh, creepy. Yeah, this is not where Epstein would sleep, for example, or whatever. This is like where certain... Let me break it down to you like this, chat. There's people out there that's billionaires, right? And they got they got basically 10 multi-million dollar houses in every country, really. But anyways, when you're a busy guy, you can only hang around like one mansion at a time, right? So you have all these employees in here that's working, cleaning, cooking, basically living at your place, dude. And these are, this is creepy. This is creepy. What's that little zone in right there? Why is there a little piece of paper in there? A little clock, little piece of paper. Oh, it's a calendar. That's a calendar paper. Yeah, so. Oh, shit. I think I pressed the wrong button. Wow, I was just talking to you guys about how I never seen a bedroom yet, and now we're seeing a full-out apartment in the back. So this is a little apartment. This is where you would be if you were an employee. Ooh, creepy, creepy. Oh my God. Can you imagine the stuff that Clinton knows about, and all these high-level people or whatever? Oh my God! Look at all these little suitcases. Wow. I mean, my arm is way too sore to go through everything, but super interesting, says Paul. I don't know. I don't even know what this is. This is like some sort of like, what are they doing here? Do they make like T-shirts or something? Epson? Is this like a music thing or something? I don't know what that is. What the heck is that machine-looking thing? Oh my God. Another shower, of course. Here we go now. My God. Crazy. Photos of JL. Ooh, that's creepy. Who's JL? Paris. Yeah, it's the maintenance room downstairs. Ooh, bags of soil. Creepy. Didn't really know that he had that 24-hour video surveillance. That's creepy, eh, on the door. Geez, I wonder what was behind that room to say 24-hour surveillance. See, and there's a bunch of lockers, dude. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lockers. So there's full-time employees here. Like, you don't have lockers in your house, Another maintenance room, maintenance photos again. Maintenance photos. There's the elevator, I guess, that goes all the way down. Oh, here's another kitchen. Oh, I don't know if we're in some sort of basement now or what. It might be some sort of like basement or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is like a basement or something like that. I don't know. Maybe in the city there's like secret basements. Full-time maintenance. Yeah, I guess so. Let's go to bracket number 11. Oh my God, a gigantic safe. Wonder what was in that. Ooh, there's Epstein and a younger person sitting with, I don't know, some sort of richer looking chill bag guy, man. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. And I just clicked on that randomly. Oh my God. Holy crap. Oh man. Man, we are getting into it now, dude. We are getting into it, dude. Oh, dude. That's that guy. Is that guy still with us? That's the guy who owns Virgin Mobile, dude. That guy owns a plane company too, eh? Is that Richard Branson or whatever? Oh, dude. That guy's like one of the richest people in the whole world, dude. Oh my God, dude. Look at the smile on his face, dude. Man, what did I stumble on here, dude? Here's someone on an airplane ride. Here's someone that looks like an older person's pants and a younger person's body or something like that. Man, Paul, this is crazy, dude. Man. Like, how am I not getting like 100 people looking at this right now? You know what I mean? Oh, sorry, I just pressed on that. Okay, there's a telephone with some sort of special vibrator and a tampon for some reason. Whoa. Where the heck is this? The photographer was just looking at a bunch of photos like after a safe, and then now we're looking at this. Why are we looking at that? 2015. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here's some more photos again. Okay, so the photographer took out a bunch of photos. Oh, look at the belt. Look at Epstein. He has a belt on that says champion. I wonder what that means, champion. Like a champion belt for what? Oh, it says, I think it says champion Epstein. Can you read the belt? It says champion Epstein, bro. Oh my God, there he's hugging and kissing someone. Here he is hanging around with a blonde-haired lady. That's crazy. There's a person trying to, I guess, show that they have abs or something. There's a younger naked person too. This guy had photos like crazy, dude. There's another naked person. There's another naked bust of a body there. Whoa! Look at all these black things here. Look at all the blacked out names, dude. Look at all the names that the friggin' government agency blacked out, dude. We got Walter St. Bart's, Chateau, Brazil, Miscellaneous 1206. Why would they black out those names? That's crazy, dude. It's crazy to think that we live in a world of 2026 and it's like, oh, let's just black out whatever we want and nobody will ever know. Like, here we got a CD that says Leslie or something. That's probably like an incriminating video. Like, crazy to think that we have AI technology and all this crazy stuff. But yet, it's just so simple that people just block stuff out. Diploma. Probably some sort of mathematical fancy equation there. Looking for a way out. Ooh, creepy. What a bunch of naked photos. Wonder what that means, a way out. More naked photos, but these look like 1990s. Active enjoyment. So this is obviously, this is something, these are like 1990s photos. Another bust of a naked person. Jeez, man, what is with this guy, dude? Does this guy not like have a hobby or something like that besides all this? I wonder if he got busts of actual women. I mean, those busts look like actual women there. Here's Epstein sleeping or something and somebody drawing him. I mean, when they say Epstein victims, there's a lot of women that's, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about every single one, but you know, like, why would they take photos of themselves naked, put it in a little book and say looking for a way out or something like that? I don't know. It's so creepy, dude. I don't know what the hell. It's like, well, you got into it. Oh, here's Epstein and is that no, Paul, are you seeing this? That looks like a photo of Steve Bannon down there, dude. You think that's Steve Bannon? kind of looks like him. I don't want to say that too because I don't want him to sue me and get all mad at me or whatever. I'm just saying it looks like him. That's crazy. That looks like Bannon. I shouldn't say that because I don't really know, but which I will say that I do not know if it's him or not. But you know, just a poor drummer boy here. Yeah. I mean, when you're rich like that, what else is there to go for besides immortality? Creepy door. Paul says yes. Yeah, well, exactly, bro. I don't want to falsely accuse people. Some sort of old ass book over there. More maintenance rooms. I don't know why I care so much about fresh air and fresh water. There's nothing clean about what goes on around here. Damn, dude. Back to the creepy room again. Yeah, so there must not be too much more updates. Another bedroom here. I think Epstein knew that he was going to pass away eventually there from all this stuff. All brand new t-shirts, brand new book bags. More incriminating evidence. That's what they say, like, when the FBI was saying there's millions of photos, there really was. It's like a little sewing room. I think this is where they made t-shirts. I think this is like a thing where they made t-shirts or something. I don't know. Yeah. The guy's cameraman's walking back downstairs. There's another bathroom. Ooh, this is creepy. The foot is the fountain or something. I don't know. We have another naked person. What else we got? You guys tired of me yet? There's more boxing gloves. Let's just jump to number 17. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy had like 100 employees. Just says B. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my God, there's Clinton again. There's Bill Clinton wearing a woman's dress, dude. Remember that at the beginning of the thing? So this is where he starts walking around, documenting everything. Little coat right there. Coat wasn't there earlier, but whatever. Photographer blanked out. Oh, it's 2021. Okay. So this PDF says that the location is 971 Street, New York. The case ID is so-and-so 31E, but the date is 2019. So the photographer came into Epstein's house here in 9071 Street, New York in the year 2019. I'm assuming this photo was taken in the year 2019. So this was 7 years ago. And they just released the photos recently, really. Employees probably worked in shifts around the clock. Yeah, around the clock and around the world. If you got 10 mansions, dude, that's how it is. Okay, now let's back up here. Let's go to... So I'm assuming this case 1 here is all having to do with this one particular place. So this is the place, right? And that's the massage room. It's more of the maintenance room. Yeah, 4 lockers, dude. So another telephone down there. Guys, can you just imagine this guy? If anything goes wrong, call me. Call me. If anything happens, just call me. Don't even text me. Just call. You know, it's like just telephones everywhere. You know what I mean? Look at this nice mahogany. Oh, yeah, here's another secret section of the house. I forgot about that, dude. Look at the secret section of the house, dude. Oh, my God. Can you look at that wood, dude? Oh, man. What nice quality, high quality wood there. And another bust of 2 naked women now. So let's face it, this guy was all about sex and people. And we got another creepy random hallway there. This place is huge, dude. This place has got to be 20,000 square feet in New York City. Like this building. Look at this kitchen. This is an extra kitchen here. Loaf of bread on the table. Loaf of bread on the table. It's still in a bag. This building here in New York, even in the year 2019, must have cost like $50 million, dude. Like it's endless. It's endless, dude. So far, look at this here. When I scroll in here, you see what this is? That's a button that you can bring stuff upstairs, so you can cook some food, put it in here, push a button, it goes upstairs. It's like it's like an elevator just for food. This building here could practically survive an apocalypse or whatever. Actually, I was speaking about apocalypse in 2019. This is when COVID was going on. So people were saying, oh, stay home, save lives, save your grandma, don't go out and catch a cold. And meanwhile, this is what was going on in 2019 just in here. This guy has like 8 kitchens and like 30 bathrooms in his place in New York. Paul just says yes. Let's just jump to number 30. And so far we looked at like over 1,000 photos. I have no idea what this is. This is just a carpenter just doing stuff. Schematics of the place. That's how big the place was right here. Page 2. Yeah, this is his house right here. Looks like he had a big baseball field or something in his house. Just never ends, really. Okay, so it really is like a 4, 5, 6-story house here or something. I don't know. Just endless, dude. Honestly, it's just endless. United States District Court. Search and seizure warranty in the year of 2018. By the looks of it. Or 2019. So here was something. Yeah, this happened. Some paperwork there. Interesting. Of course, they have to show up with some paperwork, I guess. Please do not use this bathroom. Okay, why not? There's a bathroom in there. Okay. All right, that was like a special elevator door again. Whoa, look at that. Where the heck is this located? Yeah. All right, well, Paul, anyway, thanks for watching my video, bro. We'll see you on the next one, okay?